How's it going, everybody? So for this video, I'm gonna try to fix some of the issues that I had with the forge. It's a little over full. I'm gonna try to keep the airflow in a way that I would rather it be, and just do some little tweaks to it. And maybe if there's time left in the day, I'm going to light it up. If not, I'll do it tomorrow and then record this in. It'll be, movie magic and all that. So my issues with it were it's a little over full. It is, just a little too full. Not too bad, but a little bit. And the airflow was escaping out right along the edges quite a bit. Like if you sat there and held your hands, you could feel the air flowing up right at the outside of the propane tank. And I felt that if I condensed the airflow just a little bit, I could go through and get a hotter flame, a more consistent flame. That's not to say that the fire isn't plenty hot. This is a piece of stone that I pulled out of it, because I've already emptied it out. And if you look closely, this piece of stone is melted, which might be an issue later on. I might need to get a rock with a higher melting point, which is something odd to say. But so long as it doesn't choke off the airflow, I don't think it will be a problem. I may eventually just have to replace the top layer of cinders and do something like that, which is perfectly doable. The cinder I got from, someplace locally where you can go and pick it up for free. It's not a big deal to go and pick up some more. But when I was cleaning it out to go through and dump it and do all of that fun stuff, I saw this. I thought this was pretty cool. Oh, I cut my beard. Don't freak out. It's all good. Yeah. Let's start with that. Okay, so these are the cinders that I pulled out. This is the only one that I found that was melted. And, I think I'm going to keep that aside. And here is another bucket of cinder, but this one I've gone through and crushed down the cinders into much smaller pieces. What I'm thinking of doing is going through and right along the sides of the forge, I'm going to build up an area with the finer material, and then towards the center I'm going to use the slightly coarser stuff, and then I'll see if it works. So I've got a few rather large stones, and I'll throw those down in the bottom. Now this is something that's going to take some sorting, because all the rocks have different sizes. And then I'm going to fill this up. Okay, so there's a base layer down that's filling up the entire bottom. The air should flow freely throughout the bottom. But to go through and kind of choke off the airflow on the sides, I'm going to alternate back and forth between the fine stuff right there and right here and the slightly coarser stuff in the middle. So, I think right now you can see the difference between the particle sizes. Hopefully that difference will show up and in the fire, because air will flow through the bigger gaps between the bigger pieces. Let's get a close up on this. Right here you can see the difference in the particle sizes. You got some pretty fine stuff on the outside, all the way around the outside. And you've got some coarser stuff in the middle. What I'm hoping this means is that the air won't flow through the smaller gaps in the finer material, and it'll flow through the much larger gaps in the larger material first. It's the concept of path of least resistance. And what I'm hoping this means is, as this fills up with the coarser stuff, all the air will come up kind of right in the center, and I can pile in my coal, and right here in the center portion there will be a nice hot long spot for heating up steel so that I could forge it. Now what I'm going to do is give everything a thin coating of the fine stuff so that the air diffuses a little bit more evenly throughout the stones. And not a whole lot of it, just a little bit. And there's some fine powdered stone. What I'm gonna do to try to fix that is I'm gonna turn the blower on, and if the blower puffs everything out, because I'm not gonna be standing downwind of it, I'm kind of hoping it all puffs out and then carries off. There is a breeze right now. Okay, I think this is done. It's down about an inch on each side, or inch across the top, and there's a big center portion of large stones. There's also a whole bunch of really fine stuff right along the outside, and the bucket wasn't clean, so there's a little bit of paint. Hopefully that comes out when I turn the blower on, but let's see how this goes. So this is the first time I'm going to turn this on with the differential loading, and we'll see what happens. Well, the airflow is better. You could definitely feel it more right here. It didn't blow out enough that you could actually see it, which kind of sucks. You know, it's not great for video and all that jazz. But that seems to be better. Now there seems to be some clouds coming in. And I'm not entirely sure I want to be lighting this today. So, I'm not going to light this today because the storm clouds seem to be coming in. It's, you know, it's not looking pretty right now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the two types of stone in different spots. I'm going to load the coal that was burning there last time I lit it back into the top of it. I'm going to cover it over and we'll wait till tomorrow. Or if it's dumping down snow tomorrow, we'll wait for the next day that I can. It's the next day and I'm going to be trying to light this forge for the second time. See if this will, you know, work better than it did before. If it does, cool. Means job's done. So I've got a little bit of coal loaded in, some cinders from, or some char from last time, and this is the differentially loaded cinder. Actually, let's pull the coal back a bit. So if it doesn't work, I just have to put it out. So as you can see, there's a lot better airflow in it now. I've got some steel heating up. The flames are a lot hotter. They're coming out a lot further, that's for sure. But I think that this is probably going to be the final iteration of this. I might do a couple of small tweaks, but other than that, I think this is it. If you like the videos that I've been making and you'd like to see more, consider sharing, commenting, and subscribing. If you want to help out this channel directly, there's a PayPal link down in the description. If you'd like to see what I do on a more regular basis, there's also an Instagram link down in the description. Y'all have fun. Bye.